Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. 60 and Me is a community for women who are over 60 and who still love to play with makeup, beauty products, and skincare. And I do reviews and tutorials on product lines that I think might be of interest. Now, we've got a beautiful sunny day today, and in the spring and summer months, I'm looking for more, lightweight foundations and just easy to apply fun makeup. For me, makeup should be fun. Now, I am 72 years old, so my skin is definitely showing all that, the beautiful progress that aging has made on my skin. Age spots, I've got some funny little dots and, wrinkles, just things I'm really, kind of relaxed and comfortable with. I would much rather have wrinkles around my eyes and lots of smiles than be, stern and unmoving, my face to be, not expressive. So I'm really okay with wrinkles, but I love my makeup to kind of, just get an even tone to the skin and allow me to play with color and texture, which I just love. Now, the product line I'm going to talk today about is one that is inspired by K-beauty, Korean beauty. Very big trend at the moment. Lots and lots of products are out there, especially related to skincare. Korean beauty is very focused on healthy, glowing skin, and the makeup products that they develop go on top of that. So the look is very natural, and you don't normally find full coverage foundations, but more BB creams and tinted moisturizer type of products. So the line I'm going to talk about is Joah. Joha. Now, Joah is a K-beauty inspired product line. It is owned actually by Kiss USA. So if you wear those false nails or fun magnetic eyelash sets, those are from Kiss USA, and they own Joah. Now, Joah means in Korean, I like it. Or sometimes it's interpreted, I like you. So it's a very positive message, and I'm going to apply today some of the products that I really love. Now, I didn't get some things, like for example, I didn't get a blusher in their line, so I'm going to use something else, which is a Korean beauty product. But I'm going to talk to you first of all about foundation and then concealer, which I found a really interesting option in their line. But there's one product that's coming up that you are going to love, I think, and that's the mascara. Their mascara is, for me, a holy grail. I've discovered it in the last couple of months, and I just am not using anything else. I really, really love it. So let's get started, and we'll talk about foundation. Now, first of all, I put on my skin some Growing Younger Gracefully facial oil, well loved. I've just placed that on my skin just to give it a bit of hydration and moisture. And I'm going to apply the Joah Perfect Complexion BB Cream. Now, this is a product, there's actually a foundation line as well, but this says it's medium coverage. I have to get my big magnifying glass out to read the tiny print. It says it's medium coverage, silky smooth formula for healthy, beautiful looking skin. And it doesn't have SPF in it, so it's a very basic, but I think very beautiful foundation. So I'm going to apply this with my fingers. It's in a plastic tube. It's got a little, dispenser here. So I'm going to put some on my wrist or my arm. It's not too runny, but it's a very lightweight product. This is in the color vanilla. And I'm going to just dot this on my skin and apply it with my fingers. Now, you'll look at it at first and think, oh, that's a little bit light. But this is one of those products that kind of it oxidizes and gets a little bit darker as you wear it. And I'm not going to go at this point too far up on my under my eyes, because I've got another strategy for that. I probably put too much on my on my hand here. Don't need that much, but it goes on so beautifully, and it's very, very smooth, hydrating, and glowy. You can see that already. So I'm going to continue here. Wow, you don't need very much of this. It goes on really, really well. It you might think it might remind you of Misha BB cream. I've talked about that before. It's another K-beauty product, but I don't think it's the same for me. It's very, very lightweight. And the Misha seems to have more texture to it, but this seems to be a little bit more creamy. So I'm going to, I always feel like I should put the foundation on first because that takes the longest, and it's kind of like, all right, let's get on with this. But I want to make sure I get this on properly. I'll just take a look in my mirror, see how it looks like. Now, it's actually a little bit buildable, so if you wanted a little bit more, which I might just do on the cheeks, you can do that. And around your lips. actually doesn't have any scent at all. It's very a natural product. Joah, by the way, is a cruelty-free brand, so you can feel comfortable with that. I'm going to get a tissue here. And I just don't need all this on my, what I might do is pop a little bit on a brush, because then if I do need it a little bit later on to fill in something, I will. By the way, I've got these really cool brushes I picked up. This is, they were recommended, they're double-sided. So this one is a foundation and concealer. The line is, I think it's something like Do Care, D-U Care. I got that one with foundation and concealer, and then this is a blush and bronzer. So I'll show you those later, but I wanted to just pop that, don't waste that foundation. I might need it later. So let me take a quick look on my mirror here. Okay, so I'm trying to find the light here. I think it's good. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I probably left something that isn't completely blended, but that is the foundation. Isn't that pretty? I like the glow, I like it's natural, and I've actually worn this many times, and it just stays on. It doesn't, of course, it's not transfer proof, so you might want to powder it if you're wearing a mask for a long period of time. But, I just feel like you can just dab that onto, throughout the day. I'm not expecting it to last 50 hours, so it's okay. It's all good. So the next thing I'm going to apply is concealer. Now, the concealer in this line, there's two kinds of concealer. There's one for dark circles, which is what this says it is, and this is called, what is it called? The exact name. Where's my magnifying glass? It's the Dark Circle Concealer, Truly Yours. And then there's a Truly Yours for concealing, like, dots and acne scars and that kind of thing. But I like this one because it was so interesting. It reminded me of the Maybelline Age Rewind. It's got like a little padded tip. And when I put this on, it was like, wow. I don't normally wear concealer. I've mentioned that many times. I don't bother, because why would you worry about concealer on skin that's got wrinkles? This is not a wrinkle concealer. It's just for dark circles, but it gives you a little bit of brightness under your eyes. Now, one thing I also do before I'm putting on concealer sometimes, and I will do it today, is use my Becca under eye primer. And this is just a cream. It's a blue color, and it's not scented at all, but it gives you just a little bit more hydration under the eyes. And I just picked up an extra one of these because Becca's going out of business, and I just wanted to make sure I had this, but it lasts a long time. So that's kind of a primer under your eyes. Then this concealer. When I put this on at first, it was so creamy. I'm going to use my mirror here just to make sure I'm not glowing here with the light. And I just dab it on close to the center, a little bit there, and a little bit on the edge. So in the center, by the corner of my eye, and then on this outside piece. It's not very much, but I'm going to show you how, and I don't know if you can see, it's a light color. That one is called, what is the color on that one? I think it's just light. I'll leave all the details, by the way, underneath in the description box, under the show more words. But you can see, I think you can see a difference. I can feel it. And that to me is kind of more about what it's about, how your makeup feels, because that's, and it just gives you that teeny little bit of a glow under your eyes, which I think is really lovely. So if you're looking for a concealer that is very lightweight, just a bit of brightening, I think that's a great solution, this Joah product, Truly Yours. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Now, in terms of eyes, I always use my Mario Eye Set and Prep. Now, I couldn't find a similar product in the Joah line, so I'm going to use this. For me, I've got so much, color on my lids. Not so much, with scars or anything, but I've got just that kind of browny color, and I use this Eye Prep and Set. I've used it so well, I'm kind of embarrassed to show you this, but 2 concealers, light and dark, and a powder. I very rarely use the powder unless I'm going out somewhere and I want to, that mirror is shining. But I'll use a little bit of the darker color on my eyelid. Just dab it on with my finger and bring it right up under the eye. And I hope you can see how that kind of gives you and evens out that skin color on your eyes. And I'll put some on the other side. It's such a gorgeous sunny day today. I hate to even close the blinds. It's just natural light, and I hope it's not too glowy or whatever. But so that's the medium color which really I think helps a lot just to even out the color on the eyelids. And then I take the lighter shade of eye prep and just put it underneath my eyebrows. And you can see it almost gives you that kind of highlighting effect that you might use an eyeshadow to do. But I just find that this stays on and it's really, really pretty. And it just gives me that kind of illumination under my eyes. So that's the beginning of eyes. But let's do eyebrows, because Joah has two products for eyebrows that I've got. The first one is, these very classic ones right now, these precision eyeliners or eyebrow pencils with the pencil on one end, very, very tiny, and a spoolie on the other. Now, this is great, I think, if you have kind of, eyebrows that are a little bit full already. You have to really work this precision one, but it's good. It's a nice product and the color is brilliant. It's, I think I got taupe, cool blonde. So the other one though I'm going to use is called, and this has had all kinds of awards and recognition as a great product. It's called, the exact name is, Margaret, what is it called? Brow Down to Me. Brow Down to Me. Cute names, but it's actually in the color taupe. This is the taupe one. Now it's a little bit thicker package and it's got a wider brow pencil, if you can see the angle of that. And then it's got a spoolie on the end, which is a little miniature mascara for the brow. So I'm going to use that one. That for me is a little bit darker. So the cool blonde is probably a better color, but I'm going to use this one. I hope that doesn't shine too much in the light. I'll try to do it with just in my, okay, so I would just make sure I get the sharper point here and just start filling it in. There's a spot right, I'm doing this into my phone, so I'm gonna have to be careful here, but there's a space underneath my eyebrows, which is completely gone. So I'm doing this almost just by touch. And you can see how that just fills in that one little spot there that was kind of missing. And you can get a little bit of an arch with your eyebrow there. And this one here, I'm going to do the same. Now this one's got a bit more hair in it, this eyebrow. So it's not quite so challenging to give a shape to. But can you see how that really has filled in just by using that pencil? And then I'm going to take the other end, which is this little beautiful mini mascara brush, and see if I can put that on my, just to give it a shape. So I'm going to, oops, I can see now that I went a bit too deep there. You see what I mean about the color? It's a tiny bit too dark for me, but that's okay. I will just use this gently. Okay, and maybe just bring it up a bit. So I'm going to put this down for a sec and give my eyes some shaping. Eyebrows. I think it's probably a little darker than I would like, but it's okay. And I think that helps a lot to give some shape to the eyebrows and some color. And I think bigger brows are in now, in the sense that you don't have to worry too much about, fine precision. You can just have a nice natural looking brow, and I think that looks fine. I might get my Mario and put a little bit more underneath the eyebrow just to have it back where it should be. Yeah, I just love makeup. It's just so much fun to play with. I wish I had a better studio system here or set up so I could have better lighting and see what I was doing more. But anyway, that's eyebrows. And I would highly recommend you check out the Brow Down to Me if you've got sort of very sparse eyebrows. Now, in terms of, I'm going to do some contouring on my face and then go back to my eyes. But contouring, I did not pick up a product from Joah, but I'm going to use a flower product, which I absolutely love. It's called Heat Wave, and it's the color Sunrise. This is a perfect bronzer for me. So I'm going to pop that on, and then I'm going to show you the blush that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use that really cool double-sided brush and do a little bit of contouring on the cheeks and around my hairline. But you'll see the color here. Just very, very lightly. Can you see how beautiful that is? It's not a orangey red color. It's more of an ash color. And I just find it on my skin coloring, blonde, light skin, very, very nice. So can you see that color? I'm going to put blush on in a second, but you don't need too much of it. Just under your chin. And then maybe a little bit on the hairline, but not too much. I think it's that sort of that line of 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the bronzer. And I really like that a lot. I wish that Joah did one like this. They may do it. I mean, I actually have not tried every single Joah product. I've used the foundation. I'm going to use the eye product and the mascara, but I just wanted to show you kind of what that might look like. Now, in terms of blush, again, I didn't pick up one of the Joah products, but I've got another product, which is K Beauty. It's Juicy and Pang. I've used this product before, maybe you've seen it. It comes in like a nail polish bottle. It's in about 12 colors. You can get it on Yes Style. I think you can also buy this on Amazon now, but you can put it on your skin. This is a more of a pinky color, which I wanted to use with this look today. I'll put it on my hand because you can see the color. It's very, very beautiful. And it goes on super, super light. It reminds me of the David Sandler, those cream products that everyone loves. They're about twice the price, certainly, as this Juicy Pang. I think this was under $10 for that tiny little jar. I've had it forever, though. It lasts a long time. And I'm going to pop this on with my fingers. And as you put it on, you can see how beautifully that blends. It's very, very lightweight. And you can see the glow that it gives you, too. It's really, really pretty. Okay, and just dab it on. You don't want to just pull the foundation too much, but it just sort of sits there, not too high, not too close to your nose, just on that section right there. And I will just see how that looks in the mirror in a second. And I do love these Juicy Pang. I have it in a coral color too, which is really, really pretty. And I'm going to see if I can find a mirror here that doesn't glare. I think that's okay. I find with blushes, I don't know whether you've found this, but they basically fade as soon as you put them on. So, it's the color that it is right now, but might be a little bit too bright, but it's going to be fine. And I can also dab it with my brush. This is a cool brush. I love it. Foundation, bronzer and blush. And I think they're under $10 for a set. They're very, very affordable. But isn't that a pretty blush? I think it just really goes with the look. It's a light color, it's a light feeling, and Juicy Pang. That's the blush. Joah probably does one too, but I thought this was a perfect K-beauty themed kind of put together. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is eyes. Now, Joah does do some beautiful eyeshadow palettes, and they're, this is a drugstore brand, by the way. These are all affordable products. This is the one I chose. It's called Lavender Fields, and it's just a really cool little palette. It was under $10. It's got two sort of, starter like base colors. This is a beautiful, it's hard to see it. It's like a brownie color. It's very, very pretty. And then there's a beautiful lavender, which I'm going to use. I love that they put a dark color in there because you can put it on your eye, top of your eyes if you want to as a liner. And then this one here is a very beautiful, it's almost got a greeny color to it. It's a greeny, gray color. I can't quite describe it, but it's pretty. They're all very pretty colors. But I'm going to stick with this little grouping right here and use my brushes. Now I've got, where's my fluffy one? I've got a fluffy brush that I'm going to use just on the base. And I'm going to use this color right here. It's a slightly darker color. And I'll put that on my eyelid. It's got a little bit of a glow to it, but I'm going to cover it up. I just thought that was a better color than the very light one. And I've mentioned this before. I don't actually worry too much at all anymore about this, contouring and, transition lines and V edges and whatever. I just, for me, my eyes are hooded. They just need a little bit of beautiful color on them. And I don't bring it up too high, although I do take it, above the eyelid itself, but not too far. I'm using a super fluffy brush. I think this is a Real Techniques. Then I'm going to try this darker color, this one right here. I don't know why, because it seems darker, but I'm going to put that on and then top it with the purple. So let me try this. And I'm going to just, maybe on just the half of my eyelid that's right here. Can you see how pretty that is? I think that bright colors or light colors on older eyes are lovely, but there's a little bit about that texture that you get with a darker color, which I think is nice too. Okay, so that hope is okay. There's no mirror in this palette, so I have to switch and look at my mirror. Yeah, I'm just going to use a teeny bit more of that darker color on this eye, just to even it out. Okay, So I think you can see there how I've done that. A little bit of dark on the outsides, just to give that a bit of depth and perspective. Now I'm going to go in with the purple, which I adore. This is a really pretty purple, and I will use my fingers. I think, why not? And then I can always go in and put the brush. It's not super pigmented purple, and that's something I like about the K-Beauty products, is that they're not, they're not neon. And I think that in general, Asian makeup tends to be a little bit more muted. So I'm just dabbing that on the front, the inner part of my eye. I really like it. So I hope you can see this in the lighting. It's a little bit bright this morning, so let's see if I can just get that a teeny bit more. Hold on. Brush, my mirror. Okay. You probably could wet this too to make it a teeny bit more colorful, but I don't think I think it's lovely. It's a kind of, you can go out with this and just feel like you're totally natural. Purple eyes are natural. And of course, we're wearing masks now, so that's all you see. And this is kind of cool to have just a little bit of color on your eyes. See, okay, I'm so excited to show you the mascara, so don't go away, because this, honestly, you'll be so amazed. But I'm going to take that very light color that we used again and put it on the inner part of my eye, just as a sparkle. And I'll just put it right there. Okay, like that. This is the same color that I used for my base. Okay, I think that's pretty. That's a beautiful purple eye. So that's the eyeshadow. Now the mascara. Mascara is called Lash Uprising Pink. I love it. This mascara, I don't know. I mean, I like a bigger brush, so this has definitely got a bigger brush than the average. I'll show it to you in a second. It's sort of like the brush of the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which I also do love. Can you see? But before I do that, I'm going to just curl my eyelashes just very briefly, because if there's one thing I think that older women tend to forget, or women tend to forget when they're putting eye makeup on, is to curl their eyelashes. And I just got this new one, which is, a thicker rim here, which is really lovely. And it makes, in my opinion, a big difference. So let me get my mirror. Let's see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's do this. And just hold it for 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. You can already see how it turns it up. And I think that that's a secret too. Some people use heated eyelash curlers. Does anyone use those? I know that some people really love them, but I prefer the old-fashioned ones. I just feel like I can control them more. But anyway, that's curled eyelashes. Now I'm going to use the mascara. Whoops. I just realized I dropped it on the floor. Just a second. I'll be right back. Don't go away. I'm back. My desk is full of product. It's great. Okay, so let's do the mascara. Mirror. Now the secret for me is to get really close to your lid, into the under part of your eyelashes, and then just kind of pull it up. I can't quite describe this other than I'm turning here. Okay, and then I can just start. But it's important, in my opinion, to get really close to the base of the eyelashes. Okay, now that's kind of one. Can you see the difference? It just curls your eyelashes, and it's not, what's the word? Like, it doesn't clump or anything, so it's really fun to use. I'm gonna try to grab this underneath. As I mentioned, it is a bigger brush, so just be careful. And if you get it anywhere, you can always wipe it off. It's not gonna damage your eyes. Well, if you poke it in the eyes, I suppose. But I'll go back now and do a second coat. Let's try this. Found it on the floor there. Okay, one more go. You don't have to do that pumping thing, by the way. Just put it in and out. So that's one coat. Can you see? I think it looks really pretty. And I feel like I have control over it as well. Like, it doesn't seem like I have to worry too much about it getting out of control. Okay, so that is two coats. See, I don't know. I just love it. I think mascara is such a personal thing, though. I mean, people have their favorites, and some people like Essence mascaras, which are super affordable. This one's in between. I think this is about $8. So it's not one of those $40 mascaras. It's a drugstore product. Try to do this without using my mirror. I can See it better there. Okay, I think that's even. I hope. Okay, so you get the idea. Isn't that pretty? I think it's a beautiful mascara. It's really affordable. It's easy to use. It's it's just long lasting for me, and I would highly recommend it. Of all the products I've showed you so far, this is one that I would highly recommend. I'll leave all the details below. What else have I got here that I want to show you? Okay, I think lipstick is the last thing, and I've got a lipstick combination from Joah. This was on a special offer, like, it was that you could buy one and get one free. So the lipstick is called, I think it's just called Babe. I think it was called Babe. It's a pink. It's a beautiful pink. I'm not going to use any kind of lip liner or anything. I'm just going to apply this. Their lipsticks are super moisturizing, and they're very long lasting. They're pretty. This is a kind of a matte lipstick, but it's not, can you see the color? But it's not a sticky and drying matte. It's actually kind of in between. So I'm going to apply this lipstick, and the gloss that came with this is lovely. It's kind of almost as nice as the Maybelline lifter glosses that I adore. So I'm going to just put this on, and it's got a nice shape to it too. And it's pink. And I say that with a smile, because so many lipsticks that say they're pink turn out to be peachy pink. And this is, which I love, but this is pure pink in my opinion. Okay, now, you're going to say, Margaret, that's a little light, and it is. I totally agree with you, but I like the feel of this lipstick, and I would recommend it for anyone that is looking for a sort of a satin matte. But what I'm going to do is cheat a little bit and use my Kiko's pink, which is, I forget the number, I think it's 103. It's in their Hydra Rescue line, which I really, really love. This is a nice bright pink, and I'm going to put it over top. I looked at this earlier when I was putting on makeup another day, and it's like, this color for me needs a bit of brightening. And you can see it is the same tone of pink, but brighter. And there you go. Now, it's always challenging when you're buying makeup online. So when I went on the Joah site, that other lipstick looked a little darker, but they had a whole range of products, and you should check them out. You can get, by the way, you can get Joah on Amazon, and you can also get it on the Joah Beauty site, which is joahbeauty.com. But I just think that's a really pretty pink combination. And then the gloss was here, and it was called, what did they call this one? Fairy Dust. Oops, Fairy Dust is falling apart. And this is a lovely pink gloss. It's another one that's not, as I said, sticky. It reminds me of the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, because it's just got a nice glow, but it doesn't stick. It's got a little bit of color to it. Can you see? It's really pretty. I love this combination. I love the concealer or the foundation. I think it's really beautiful, light look for spring. I actually did like the blush, the Juicy Pang blush, but that's not a Joah product. Eyes, I thought were really lovely. I think this is a gorgeous little palette that I'm going to use a lot. And of course, the uprising, lash uprising mascara, which I adored. And I thought the concealer was kind of interesting too. I mean, I'm going to use that more often. I'm not going to try to conceal anything or hide anything, but I thought that was a nice concealer, and it really does brighten up the under eye area. So what did you like in this group of things? Did you like the eyebrow product? Was nice too. So I was happy with all these products, and the only thing I might do to finish all of this, if I was especially going out somewhere, is to grab some powder, and I'm using this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear, which is not designed for this purpose, but I always just take a very, very huge brush and just dab it all over and it just tones everything down a little bit and gives a little bit of protection, so I can go out with my mask on and it's not going to rub off too much. But you don't need to put powder on this if you want to keep it just a natural look. Anyway, I hope that you found this fun and interesting and inspiring. Go out and check out the Joah products and see what you might like. I will leave the links below so that you can, take a look at what I've showed you, but explore. Investigate, have fun. Makeup should be great fun, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a like and also subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Okay, everybody, take good care. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye for now.